Hi, everybody. Russ from My Hammers 11. Hope you're all safe and well. I've just had my jab. So hopefully, it's not going to be the last episode of My Hammers 11, and I won't contract COVID over the night. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon so you're made aware anytime we put new content on. As always, we'd like to thank our channel sponsors, Untuck It. Today's guest, Iron United regular. Love when he talks on with them lot because he's the one who makes sense. Like all the others, just like but actually this boy makes sense. It's Cess. How you doing, big man? You're right.
Yeah, not too bad. Things have been crazy ever since the lockdown. It's been a crazy couple of months because I lost my job and then I was just then I literally recently got a new job, so everything's just been crazy. That's been crazy busy at the moment, but still following West Ham. They're still to be keeping me sane.
That's the one thing. That's the one saving grace of all this lockdown is, West Ham have been the least thing we have to worry about.
I know.
In all this world,
usually West Ham was the biggest problem.
Exactly. That was one of the biggest reliefs when it went to lockdown originally. That 100 days we didn't have to worry about West Ham because we were floundering in the bottom of the league and stuff like that. But yeah, this season it's just mental, isn't it? It's like the only thing that's keeping us. It's like you can sort of shut that door. You can shut that door in terms of worrying about West Ham, which is weird. And now people are worried about next season now. Oh, we get into Europe. We're not going to do well. I don't care. Our squad size isn't big enough. So what?
Let's just enjoy it,
Oh, there's no
one expected this. Let's be honest.
No, exactly.
We thought we were going to get relegated. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we did, and we've been so ingrained to be a West Ham fan that we just can't enjoy. We're sort of we're sadists, aren't we? We're masochists, really, in terms of our passion for a football club. So even now, when we're sort of riding high, we won't finish above them. We'll lose next game. I don't care. You said it's been mad since lockdown. It's been mad since Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's been mad.
To say the least, that was what a performance that was. A nervy second half, to say the least, because I probably was flapping as much as David Moyes was, because when Harry Kane, I don't know how he didn't find a song there, but
it was
3-0.
Yeah, it was that lot, and I was like, what's going on? And I thought, it was like the inevitable, wasn't it? And then and what I like about us this season is the luck's going our way. Do you know what I mean? We've all like when Gareth Bale hit the post, hit that crossbar from that awesome shot outside. He's still got it. He's still in his locker.
Mm-hmm.
The other Son, when it kicked the ball and it rebounded off Soufal and it hit the post. Last year that would have gone in. The year before that would have gone in. Or it would come off.
That would have hit the post, hit Fambianski in the face.
Yeah, yeah, a bit like the Leeds goalkeeper the other day with Traore. That would have been us, but not this year. No. Not this year. And I think it's. I'm a real believer if you make your own luck. And I think the fact is because we're playing so well, the luck's going our way a bit now. And yeah, Arsenal 11 points behind us. Mental, isn't it? It's just weird. My head. I was talking to someone today about it, and sometimes on New Year's Day. So say you used to when you could go out New Year's Eve, you go out New Year's Eve, be out all night, in the early morning. You get up about midday, maybe on New Year's Day, and you feel fuzzy. Your head's like in the clouds.
Yeah,
I've been like that the last couple of days since we've. I think it's the altitude of being fourth.
It definitely is the altitude because we're not used to being that high, If we get any higher, we're probably going to faint.
I'm not used. It's like I'm used to scrolling. You go on the BBC website table, scroll down. No, don't need to. It's just there.
We're there straight away. For one click, you're there.
It is. It's meant. It's so weird. It's weird. And then obviously the news yesterday from Boris that potentially we could have 10,000 fans maybe the last game of the season if everything goes all right. That'd be awesome. That's the perfect. And we're playing Southampton, so no disrespect to Southampton, but we're not playing like City or anything like that. We should win that game in front of our fans. The last game of the season, we probably need to win 2-0 to get into the Champions League.
Oh man, not the scenarios. Oh, no. I don't. There's so many scenarios you're thinking of at the moment. You're thinking, what if we get through? Because everyone's thinking I'm doing lots of hearing TalkSport and all other pundits saying that. The games that we got will probably drop off. But you know, what if we don't?
What if we don't?
Like, that's the
Exactly.
question. What if we don't? In some craziness, like, we get something out of City, and then we have a
Yeah.
run where we're still not losing games.
No.
What happens then?
Yeah.
It's just
It's weird, isn't it? Especially when you see, like, I mean, you know, always everyone turns to Leicester, and obviously that season, every game, oh, Leicester, I'm going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're going to do it. Oh, they've done it. Oh, it's like, and I've got a feeling it's going to be a bit like us. I hope so.
I hope so too. I hope that we still keep flying under the radar. Just we move in silence. That's what we do, and then we just keep on going. And it gets to April, and people thinking, "Hold on, what? Why did I join second?" What's going on?
And to be honest, May at the end of April and May ain't a bad running. We ain't got bad running. Once we get this last few out of the way, this little next 6, it ain't bad. It's all, you know, it's all teams that traditionally we don't do well against, but this year we are doing well against. So we'll see. It's it's weird now, isn't it? It's like you're looking up instead of, you know, oh, dude, it's just weird. It's like the other day when it was like Liverpool, Man City were playing, and I was like, well, that's a good result for us. It's like,
literally, who would have thought we'd be saying that? That's a good result for us.
Burnley, Sheffield United. That's the games we're usually watching, you know. Yeah. But oh, dude, it's brilliant, man. And but you know, you've been doing your cleaning.
Yeah,
a lot of cleaning.
A lot of cleaning. A lot of exercise.
Mrs. Cess makes you make sure those floors aren't.
No, she has, isn't it? Because obviously I'm watching a lot of football, so I got to make up for something, you know. Yeah. Like, all this football I'm watching, I can't get away with it, to be honest. So I have to do a bit of cleaning, you know.
Yeah, so, you got to do it. As I said to you before we started,
you know?
The amount of cleaning I seem to do every bloody weekend. I'm surprised I haven't got, like, you know, I'll clean it. I don't know where the dust comes from, because we don't go out anywhere. You know, the doors and windows are all shut. Where there's dust, but yeah, it just seems to. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy. But no, yeah, that's. I'm the same with you, because obviously, you know, if West Ham are on, or if West Ham playing, like Sunday, for example, I was up at 6 o'clock to get to the ground for 8 o'clock to get through COVID tests and everything. Yeah. I'm not back till 3, so that's my whole day gone. And it's like, I always feel a bit out of order. So then I thought, what I'd do is I'll start a YouTube channel where I can spend even less time. And it seems to work. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. But long may it continue, man. And as you said, all the West Ham Irons United. Sorry, still, all that stuff is going well, and it's good. I love the boys. They're lovely set of boys, aren't they?
They do drive you crazy at times, but you know that's what we do.
Absolutely mental.
We do it all the time, so.
Absolutely mental. No, they're all good lads. And they all are. I mean, everyone, all the YouTube blokes, the people are nice as well. So, no, I love it. So, first question, 8 minutes in. Marty Paxman is why West Ham, Cess? Why is it your team, buddy?
It's from the old man, really. Him, like, before I was born, like he grew up watching West Ham, just going with his mates to the games. Grew up in the East End. When he come over from Sierra Leone, he just grew up there, and he was a footballer himself. Before that, he turned to football. He actually had trials at Bournemouth at the time, but he had disciplinary problems, and he turned to boxing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, it's a natural progression, isn't it? Really, it's like, you know.
Progression, yeah. Funny stories. He was telling me about, like, how he hit someone in it, and then Harry Redknapp went, "Oh, you shouldn't be doing that, but that was a good hit, though." Like, you should do boxing. Like, it's hilarious. Like, yeah, it's funny brilliant. Telling me all that. And then he just went to boxing, and he boxed for Repton. I don't know if you've ever heard of Repton. And
I know Repton.
The great Tony Burns, who helped him.
Yeah,
basically changed his life. Really, passed away the other day, man. So. Sad to hear that. But yeah, he changed his life, and then that was that, really. And then I was born. He just take me West Ham games here and there, and then as I grew up, I just started going with, like, all my mates, and then from there, as I got older and older, I just started going all these away games and stuff, and I was hooked, man. I was just hooked as a kid, and from there, it just progressed, man.
It's one of those things, isn't it? It's like once you're in. It's like quicksand.
Yeah,
being a West Ham fan is like quicksand. You know, you don't know. You know, once you dip your toe in, as you said, the old man might take you to a game, and then your foot's in, and then that's it. And before you know it, your whole body's encased in the quicksand, and you've been supporting them for 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, and still at one fuck all. and you can't get out of the quicksand, can you? You just can't get out of it. You know,
No,
you
you
try,
can't.
but you can't. Pulls you back in. And then obviously, you know, then you hooked up with obviously Stell and the boys at Irons United.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing that now, Cess?
Couple of years to be a
Yeah.
couple of years. This funny story how I met Ant. Me and Ant met on it was a boat party that we did for it was for Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like when we played Tottenham, and that's when we first met. And
Brilliant.
then from there, we just clicked from there, and then we just said, "Oh, do you want to come doing this Eyes United channel?" I went, yeah, why not? I do a couple, see how it goes, and then from there, I just continue doing it. So
It's one of those things, isn't it? It's all those little those little sort of chance meetings. I love all those stories, and it's like, you know, you could have easily bumped into someone else and never done it, and never your paths should meet. And no, it's great, man. It's great, and you enjoy doing it. And that's the main thing, isn't it? It gives you an option, particularly now, because obviously you can't see anyone really until whenever it is, March the 28th. You can have a barbecue outside or whatever. So at least you can, you know, you can talk to people at West Ham and, you know, people who will listen rather than Mrs. Cess, who won't, you know, who won't give a shit, right. To be honest.
It's been all good. And also, like, I think it was, you know, West Ham Fan TV, they have a football team as well. I play for them as well. So
brilliant.
Yeah, so it's been a crazy road with them. That, you know, a few players, Ben Glander, Charlie Roxburgher, you know, a few of them.
Yeah, we've had them all.
It's been a crazy ride with them. But,
we've had loads of them. It's funny.
It's been good, good fun. It's been good fun with the boys, you know. It's been fun. Hopefully that we can start playing again and stuff, man. So, start winning stuff, man.
Yeah. We've had Ben on quite. We had Charlie on recently, didn't we? And I played his tune at half time, and he was buzzing because of that. It's a good tune. It's a good song. Good song.
Yeah.
I really like his song. It's really good. Don't tell him that because. But no, I really like it. Someone texted when I played it. I was walking down to the toilet at halftime, and someone went, "Oh, that's a good song. Is that the 1975s?" And I said, "I won't tell Charlie that because he'll be like buzzing because of that." It was like it was some journo, but it's like, no, it's not. It's a guy called Charlie Roxburgh. But yeah, no, it's fun. And what I love about sort of everything is everyone knows everyone. Do you know what I mean? So like as you said, the West Ham fanboys, you know, you've got Ben, and obviously Ben's doing great stuff on YouTube as well, and Charlie, and obviously, you know, Ryan, and I love it. I love it. It's a proper little community, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
And when new people come on, so like, you know, Jake's come on.
Yeah,
Jake.
He's another one that I'll give him props, man. For someone that's like he's younger,
it's not easy. It ain't easy to do what he does. You know what I mean?
Fair play to him, man. He's got the knowledge as well, man. And
he does.
Keeps going, man. You never know. The sky's the limit for him, man.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's one of those really annoying things. I wish I was around. I wish I was his age.
Yeah.
So because it would have, you know, had a completely probably different career, because it's like, you know, once you get in at 13 doing what he's doing and stuff, and I love it. And we've had loads of guys who are starting doing podcasts, and you know, we come on and I'll do their stuff and they come on and do our stuff, and no, it's good, man. It's good because it's like, I think people love, and nowadays, and I mean, I've completed Netflix. I've completed it. Completed it, mate. They completed it, and so I literally spend my evenings when I'm not talking about West Ham watching people talk about West Ham on YouTube, and it's great. It's always something to watch, and it's all good stuff. And I love it, man. I love it. Do you remember, Cess? Do you remember your first game that old man took you to?
Oh yes, I remember it. It was Wimbledon.
Oh,
it was Wimbledon. Yeah.
Not a bad one.
Yeah, Wimbledon. Yeah, I remember that. Even though it didn't go our way, but you know.
No.
But still, yeah.
That's a bit of a strong one to take you in it to a Wimbledon game.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's not on par with Millwall, but it's getting there, isn't it? It's getting there. But your dad liked to, you know, he's so if it, you know, you're in safe hands, aren't you? Really, but. No, it's great fun. I do love it, and I think people miss. And I was talking to someone today about it actually. And it's not necessarily. And I was talking to him about his first game. He went, "To be honest, Russ, I don't remember the game. I don't remember nothing. I remember the smell of the burger vans, and that is, and I'm exactly the same, because literally the other day I walked past a cheap fish and chip shop, and I got that smell, and I was back 20 years eating my little burger in the little hut opposite, you know, where the mural was. There was a little hut burger, and it was just so funny. And it's like that smell, and when you smell cut grass,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's like, oh,
Never forget. You never forget.
never forget.
Just to get that back, just get that smell back,
Yeah, exactly. And that always made me laugh at Upton Park, because that down by the supporters club there was that small road, and there was two competing burger vans either side of this, like literally about 2 meter road. And I was thinking, why? Sure, just go a little bit up the road, a little bit down the road. But no, it was a special time, and I think that's what people miss, as you said. Getting back to supporters clubs, going out. Stell's buying apparently the first round in,
is it?
back at the support.
Sweet.
Yeah. He did mention that
Perfect.
to me, so I've now said it on YouTube, so it's official. So yeah, Stell's buying the first round for everyone,
Nice.
apparently. So Anton the second, so.
Even better. So
Even better. But as if that would happen, as if Anton would open up his Scotsman, as if he'd end up. God bless him. God bless him. Right, let's talk about your 11s there. So obviously, everyone we have on the channel, apart from Harry Redknapp, Ian Bishop, and Nigel Reo-Coker, randomly, give their hammers 11. So the idea is, the whole purpose of the channel is they pick an 11. It doesn't have to be the best. It can be your favourites, your worst, the best players beginning with A, whatever. The only rule is you have to be alive to have seen them play. The reason why I put that in is so you, me, probably not Stell, because he saw, probably Bobby Ferguson and Jim Standen play. So, but so everyone else
kind of got the age on us. So let's be honest.
he's got. Yeah, I mean, I think he went. I think he actually went with Anton's dad, I believe. So obviously, we never saw Bobby Moore play. We never saw Billy Bonds for Brooklyn. I saw him manage, but never saw him play. And so we'd put them into our team if it was a Dream 11. So it's to give the Gary Breens of this world a shout out. No spoilers, just in case you put Gary in. So if he did, it'd be an absolute. I'd be like, fair play to you. So that's what we'll do. So if we start between the sticks, who would be in goal for the Cess 11?
Oh, for me, tough choice, but I had to go with Rob Green.
Greeno.
Yeah, I had to go with Greeno. It's just with him, it's the Great Escape. That's what you just got to really think of, really, and him helping us for promotion as well. I just remember the one game I remember, like that was the last game when we faced Man United, and was when we won 1-0. And even though Teva's got the goal and that everything was all on him because everything that happened, but Green's performance that freaking game, man, it was just unbelievable. Like, because that was just a nail biter from like when Teva scored. Because like Man United absolutely battered us.
They did. They absolutely battered us the whole game.
And it was we were just worrying as well, like, wow, if we concede, I don't know what's going to happen. And then we're worrying about the other game, at the Wigan game. We're worrying about that. It's just all like, well, it's all a whirlwind of emotions. And then it's just like when that final whistle went, like it was just such a relief, an absolute relief. But yeah, just like with Greeno, man, like he had to go in my team. He had to, man.
Yeah. And I mean, there's actually a really good book. Which I don't know if it's out yet. It might be out. Daniel Hurley did it. But it's about the whole season of that season, because that season is not just about obviously Tevez Gates, but it was a crazy season that season.
Yeah.
And obviously we've interviewed a few players who played in that season as well. And a lot of shit went down. Let's just say that. It was obviously changing the managers. We had new owners in as well. We had it was just a crazy time. But
it was just carnage. It's just pure carnage.
It was pure West Ham, wasn't it? Pure soap opera.
It was.
There's a reason why there's, I don't know, half a dozen YouTube channels of West Ham fans I can think of off the top of my head. There's a reason why, because there's so much stuff to talk about with West Ham. I feel sorry for like maybe not Southampton, don't do it very well. I feel sorry for like a Wolves channel. What do they talk about? They're mid-table now. We're brilliant. It's like there's no like, doesn't seem any. But with us, there's always something to talk about, and so I think that's why there's so many different channels, and they get so many decent views because of that. So, right, well, so I put Greeno between the sticks. I love Greeno. It was good. And the Chelsea goalkeepers are, he makes one mistake against, the United States, and that's it. He's like thrown out, isn't it?
That's
everyone thinks
everyone's
he's shit.
How, like,
but he
terrible
won.
he is, blah blah blah. It's just a typical. it's just typical football fan like
Yeah.
mindset to do, you know.
Yeah,
Just
he
literally
was
like
quality.
forget how good of people forget how good of a keeper he was and what he done.
Yeah.
And everything.
No, I totally agree. I've got right to remember to write it down because I forget otherwise. Green. Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's go left back. So, who should have left back, my man?
Had to go with it. Julian Dix, man. Has to,
Julian.
man. He's just like me, like playing football, like just growing up as a kid. And my old man was just literally going on about Julian Dix, like, because I'm like a defender, like, he just literally was like, you have to be like Dix, just like, with like with like just hard tackling, no nonsense, like, you can't let players bully you on the pitch, you have to be like Julian Dix. It always was like, you have to be like him, And it's just like watching him how he was on the pitch was just amazing. Like, he just the determination, the passion, it was just ridiculous. Out of this world.
I just found it. Yeah, I mean, obviously we've been very fortunate. We interviewed him a couple of weeks ago, and he's just, I don't know. I was just in awe of the man, just in awe of him. Like, you know, it's like, and I asked him a question. I was like, you know, what's it like to think, you know, that you've got people, and you know, to a lot of people, including myself, you're my idol. You know, and it's like, is that weird? You know, he's thinking, is that weird? You know, you're just a bloke who went, do you know, he's like, for everyone that thinks I'm their idol, there's no one who thinks I'm a, you know, see you next Tuesday. And it was like, I get that, but it's just weird. It's just weird when you think about it. No, but he was brilliant, wasn't he, Julian? Scored the first ever goal I saw at Upton Park, West Ham goal I saw at Upton Park. The first goal I saw was Oxford United scoring. But Julian Dix scored the first goal I ever saw. And I said to him, I said, you scored the first goal Oxford United? He went, actually, I scored 2 that night, Russ. And I was like, yeah, I know you scored 2, but it was the first one. You know, I'm not saying credit to the second one, but the first one. No, top man, loved him. Right, we'll put Julian on left back. Let's go right back then. Cess, who's your right back?
I'm gonna surprise you with this.
Ooh.
My right back was Lucas Neal.
I totally get it. Lucas Neal. Yeah, totally, man.
I've gone with Lucas Neal. That again, like when he come in, an underrated player. He was led by example. Just like when he took over captaincy from Rio Coca, like he just literally just showed really good leadership. It's unfortunate, like he left on a bit of a sour note, but you know, I'm not gonna let that. I'm not gonna let that just like.
Oh, if you did that, you wouldn't have any players left. Like, on the pitch, if you did that, you'd have no players left.
Exactly.
They left.
That's what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying? So you have to really like just let that one go. Really.
He was a top captain.
He was a really like top captain, just proper leader, man. Like at that time we needed that.
Yeah.
At that time we needed,
totally. We had Anton on, and he was talking about how much of a captain he was. You know, really good captain. You know, it's like things like he made sure that we didn't get a lot of wins that year, but he made sure that everyone would, if they did win, would give part of their bonus. He'd go and collecting it and give it to the groundsman and the tea lady and shit like that. And it's like, that's right. That should be the case. You're earning, you know. And someone, it was a fan we interviewed. He was saying that he remembers he was signed Luke, because obviously when you put your hands for the railings and they'd sign it when their players are coming in at Upton Park, and Lucas Neal was doing something, and someone shouted out, "Oh, Lucas, we going down? About, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to leave? You're going to leave when we go down?" And he signed this like 4 or 5 what's it called, autographs, and then he went right. He stopped. He went, right, everyone. As long as I'm captain, we are not going down. We are not going down. And he walks off. Fair enough.
That's mic drop.
Mic drop, innit? And he talks about, Anton spoke about this other time where he called a players' meeting, and so they all went up to one of the banquet suites at Upton Park, and all the players came in, and I think then Curbs and Mervyn Day were walking at the last ones, and Lucas Neal shut the door on them and went, players only. Shut the door to them, turned around and went, right, guys, we've got to fucking sort this out. If you don't want to be here, you tell me, and I'll get you out the club straight away.
Absolutely.
And apparently another mic drop moment, but that's what we needed. We needed someone to bang some heads together, didn't we? And he did that. He got paid for it. He did all right. You know, he got paid for it. You know, he went to us rather than Liverpool because we paid him more money, but it's what we needed, definitely. I loved him.
At that time, it's what we needed.
Yeah,
because it could have went completely left, and we could have went
totally.
Like,
Totally, man. Totally. Right, I'll put Lucas Neal on at right back. Okay, centre half. So who's going to be your first centre half then,
Right,
Cess?
first one. I'm gonna go with Ogbonna.
Oggy. Yeah.
Yeah, strong, powerful centre back. Um, now currently he's got better, man. He's got better
It's
the last
isn't
couple
it?
of seasons. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, he's got better with age, and it was crazy because like I remember it was at the time where things wasn't going great, and he wasn't having a good period.
Yeah.
People wanted him out, just etc. I remember it was just like people wanted him gone, like
Yeah.
along with any other players. But then somehow he's just turned it up a notch, and he's
Mm.
just become an absolute rock at the back.
Yeah, it's true.
Absolutely.
It's
It's a
true.
shame that he's injured at the moment. It
Yeah.
really is a shame. But we're in good hands at the moment. So
Yeah.
when he comes back, he'll slot back in. But
It's just one of those typical things. He's found this sort of his form, prime Ogbonna, just with 32 now. So he's probably only got a couple of years left, playing at that level. It's just typical, isn't it? But fair play to him. As you said, he's developed into a fantastic player now. So no, I think
and
it's
he's
great.
always had it. He's always had it in him. Like,
Yeah.
From the Torino days, like
Yeah.
like Juve brought him for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't buy no shit, do they? Yeah. No, it's fair play. And the fact that he got back into the Italian squad as well. I know he
That's
got
what I'm
injured,
saying,
he
yeah.
couldn't do it, but that takes props to do that, man. Done it. So all right, I'll put Oggy in. Who's going to partner? Who's going to partner the centres then, Cess?
Ginger Pele.
GP.
Had
Love him.
to get him in. I just
Dude.
remember I remember him coming in at the age of 21, like when he had a full hair of ginger.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't remember him very well.
It was him and Gabby done that, I think.
Yeah, I know.
They come from Cardiff, yeah.
I don't remember him particularly. I remember him obviously coming back a lot more. Maybe obviously because maybe my memory's going, but I don't. He became a.
I think a lot of people knowing him more when he come back the second time.
Yeah. And being under the tutelage of Richard Dunn at Villa, he came back very much like a Richard Dunn player. Like a proper old school defender. And I he's brilliant winning. I love him.
He's that very passionate guy. Like literally, like he's like one of us in a way as well, man.
Yeah,
like, literally. I remember he was in the crowd at the Arsenal game, man.
Yeah, I love people that do that. I love it. I love players that do that. Just to show how much they love the club.
There's one Ginger Pele, like, and he's just like.
He's just so tall. He wears his flat cap. He's got a big ginger beard. He's not Mr. Inconspicuous, is he? At the Emirates, but yeah,
he's spotting him from a mile away, like, literally.
I love him. Love him. He's such a dude. Right. Okay. So I'll put GP in. Right. Okay. Let's go into midfield. Who is? Let's go left wing. Left wing.
I haven't gone with wingers really. Like,
no, it's fine. No, don't worry.
I've gone more of like a 4-5-1 type. Like,
but I've only got 4-4-2 graphics, so we'll make it work.
Yeah, but it would still
who's your first midfielder? Just go through your first midfielder.
First midfielder. I have to get out of the way. Dimitri Payet. I had to get out of the way. It's unfortunate the way he left. Like it angered me more than many fans because like the talent was ridiculous. Like we never had a player like him.
No.
In a very long time. The stuff that he was doing on the pitch, like, was just mesmeric.
It was,
literally. And it was like if he stayed like a bit like longer, he could have been such like a cult hero. Like he had literally all us fans in the palm of his hands.
Yeah.
And especially when he had like the tournament he had as well. The tournament he had as well with France. That was literally the point where if he stayed, then he would have. Yeah. We could have been here, but then it just went.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You're right.
Completely tanked. The moment we moved in, it just went.
It did, didn't it? And I just think it was just everything at the same time. And I think it's interesting with Payet because it's one of those people. I mean, everyone. I mean, I think he's probably 50% of people pick him in their 11s, and everyone says you're going to hate me or I'm going to get this out of the way. Dimitri Payet, but it's like he was, and it's interesting. I think if it wasn't the last season at the Boleyn, would he? And this is theoretical. Would he be put in so much higher stead as any other season. Do you know what I mean? I think the fact was it was him doing what he was doing in this very special season for us. So anyone who played well, it's almost like, double points, so
Yeah.
that's the way I see it, because he gave us so many memories, the Crystal Palace game, obviously coming back from injury, and Blackburn away, and all these great games. Being our last season at the Bowling, it was almost like his significance was heightened. But as you said, he was still a phenomenal player, and arguably probably the best player we're going to ever see technically in a West Ham shirt in our lifetime, unfortunately, unless something miraculous happens. I just think, he was a special person, special player.
Which will lead me on to my next person.
Nice, lead it on. That's it.
You could
go on in.
We said we've never seen a special player like in terms of talent. The next player,
Joey Cole,
another one my dad was like going on about. Literally, it's from the days where do you remember the Milk Cup? 1995, 1996. My dad had somehow find a cassette tape of it somehow, and he literally was just watching it just over and over, and was this player Joe Cole is literally he went, this guy's gonna be something special. This kid is gonna be something special, and all in all, that he just it's insane. It's really insane. How gifted he was. It's just it was at times it was just unfair. It was just ridiculous what he was doing. He was just mugging people off as well for fun. You'd hear some of the stories in Joe Cole when he's in training, just mugging people up.
Honestly, I get that loads.
He literally got laid out, literally with one tackle. Just thinking, he's a little kid, just
it's mental,
toying with us.
We had
7-year-old Joe Cole just toying with the first.
But as you said, we knew about him about the age of 12, 13, didn't we? We knew about his kid, and we may ask him these questions one day. One day we may ask him these questions for real. But I just think I'd really like to ask him about the pressure of being Joe Cole at West Ham at that age. We love it. We love a skillful player. We love an academy player. He ticked both boxes, and we love a bit of boy who's a bit like he's got West Ham in his heart. So he was literally ticking all the boxes to be a West Ham legend. And we had, who did we have? We had David James on. And he's talking about Joe Cole, and he was like, do you know what? He was gobby. He was gobby as shit. Honestly, he would give it as good as, he was like a young lad, and he'd give it as good as he gets to the boys. And he says, but then he'd go on training and then just, let his feet do the talking, and then be giving it afterwards. And I love that. It reminds me a little bit now. Do you know what I mean? How Declan Rice and Lingard, how they're sort of bantering off each other. It reminds me of those times again, which I love. I love the fact that there's a big, this squad, there's a nice zip about them. They're all bantering with each other and stuff. And but obviously they're doing it not just on the training ground; they're doing it via social media, so we can all join in, which is great. When you get that sort of the meme of them all singing and stuff. And no, Joe was a special player, special player. And I honestly think that he was the most Joe Cole, true to himself, when he was at West Ham. I think when he went to Chelsea, he became a good player, but he wasn't the same.
He wasn't
mugging people off.
Yeah, he wasn't what he was at West Ham.
No, exactly.
He did win things. He did win a lot of things, but
he did win. He did
wasn't
all right.
That player that he was at West Ham.
No. I think he does a podcast with Tom Davis, and I think on the first one they were talking about him, and he said that he was basically a street footballer. That's what he was at heart. So looking at how he played at West Ham compared to Chelsea, Liverpool, he played most like a street footballer at West Ham, as you said, mugging people off, doing the spins, doing the Rabonas. That FA Cup youth final, 9-0 against Coventry, aggregate, all that stuff. That was Joe Cole in his truest sense. But he's a top, and I love the way he does his analyst stuff on BT Sport and stuff. I think he speaks really well, and I think he'd make a great manager one day. Or coach. I don't know. I don't know, because it's a difference between a manager and a coach, isn't there? I think he'd be a great coach.
There is a difference,
It's like Kevin Nolan's a great coach, but I just don't think he's. I think Anyway, right, I put Joe Cole in. So nicely transitioned on from Pius into Joe Cole. Who's next? And says
Mark Noble.
Marky Nobes.
Yeah, good old Royal Docks boy, Mark Noble. Yeah, went the same school. Went the same school. Yeah,
Was it?
but he's at 2 years above. Yeah, so.
Oh man.
I just remember. I remember at school, like he just literally, like I remember one distinct like memory of like Mark Noble at school was when he I think he had an injury and he had like one of them like moon boots.
Yeah.
I remember like he was walking around like the rotunda with like a moon boot. It's like because of the football injury he had, and then like it was just weird that because he was in school and all of a sudden like you seen him on the pitch and like, it's like what?
Yeah.
What the heck is going on? Yeah,
it's weird. It must be so weird because you've seen him like walking around school and now he's Mr. West Ham and you still see him as a schoolboy.
We've been through everything with us, really.
Yeah, he really has. He really has. I mean, fair play. I mean, you look at everyone else, like I know Moro and Bonds and Lampard Senior, the amount of games they played for the club, but they all won something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It takes a certain type of person to be Mark Noble, I think, and has stayed at West Ham through relegations, change of ownerships, promotions, crap season after crap season, and still be there. Yeah, exactly, and still be there. You know what I mean? Fair play to him. Fair play to him.
Yeah.
There's something special about Mark Noble in terms of, it's not very often that in the Premier League that your captain is a fan of the club. He's a one-man club as well, and a one-club man rather. And if it was a one-club man, we wouldn't have a chance this season, bless him. But yeah, one-man club. No, one-club man. Oh God, get sorted. But it's just COVID. It's just COVID. That's what he's done. It's messing with my mind.
Let's just rock with that.
It's a live vaccine, so I've got it. So no, I just love him. He's great. I was fortunate enough to watch him watch a game when we played Chelsea last season at London Stadium. He wasn't playing, and I was watching him as a fan. He was in the disabled area. That's where everyone sits.
Yeah.
He's not in the squad because it's 2 meters apart already because you've got the space for the wheelchairs. And he kicked every ball, and was just watching. And I know he's a fan, but then you watching the game, and you realise he actually is a fan. It was. I was really annoyed I didn't video it because it would have been brilliant to watch Mark Noble watching a game as a fan, being a West Ham fan. It's brilliant. That top man. Right, all right. We're putting Nobes in before I start mixing my words again. Who is next then, Cess?
I had to go with Declan. Right.
Yeah.
I can't put Koyati in, unfortunately, even though I've got his shirt, but
just as a slight prop. So why have we got Koyati's shirt then?
At the end of that, I'll get to the story of that. Yeah.
Let's talk about how good Declan Rice is first.
Declan Rice. What can you say about him, man?
Yeah.
What a special player we have. Literally.
He is.
What a special player we have. Like when I saw him like in the youth days, like him playing centre back, I was like. I was thinking in my head, no, he can't play centre back with what his ability. Like it's like a centre midfielder, like a holding midfielder. Like he's wasted at centre back. Like I'm hoping for the day he gets moved to holding midfielder.
Yeah.
And that's where he'll shine and shined. He has, man. He's like a diamond.
He's mental. It's mental. It's just it's mental how someone who's 21, 22 has played over 100 games for the club, he captains the club. There was no question when Mark's not playing that Dec's not going to be the captain. You know, I think we forget how young. I mean, I remember seeing him play under 23s, and he was head and shoulders above everyone. Yeah. Not necessarily from a technical perspective, but from just a character. You could tell he had that sort of John Terry type character. Do you know what I mean? Sort of that sort of John Terry. But he paid for us once, so it's all right. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Sort of that old school leaders mentality, and it's something you don't coach. You can't coach that really. No, and so. No, it's brilliant. And obviously, and what I love about him, he's just honest. He's such an honest bloke. You know what I mean? He's like, when we played well, he is smiling like a Cheshire cat, just like we are.
Yeah.
When we play shit, he looks like his whole world has crashed down before him, just like we feel. And yeah, And it's funny. It was like someone was mentioned it the other day. Obviously that Talk Sport interview the other day, phoning yesterday for
Oh
yesterday.
yeah, yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. And then at the end, he asked Ali McCoist how he thought about how Rangers were doing, winning the league and stuff. And it's like, do you know what? That is such a nice, rather because most footballers are probably so self-centered, they want to get off the phone to then
They
go
want
and
to
do
leave,
something
yeah.
else. But he still asked him the question, little things like that. Gentleman, he's an absolute gentleman.
He made
boy.
Ali McCoist's day there. Like, he was just like,
Yeah,
his reaction is, "Hi, Mick." Literally,
exactly. I love it, and I
he was
love the
over
fact
the
he
moon.
did it.
Literally, he was over the moon.
It was so, and it's just like little things like that. You realise the character of the man, and I love the fact. Obviously, we're doing well, so we're doing more of these sort of behind the scenes videos on the YouTube channel, the club are, and I love them because I just love seeing the interaction between the players, and he's bang in the middle of all of it. You know what I mean? Master stroke getting Jesse Lingard in and him together because they just bounce off each other.
Yeah.
And and I think it's great.
It's great. It really is. It really is. He's just a special player, man. He really is, and it's evolving. Like,
yes,
he's just evolved as well. He's got even better. And
he has,
what was crazy is just like, it was funny how you talked about TalkSport, because a certain person, Jamie O'Hara, kind of said he was overrated.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's thinking now. Like, literally,
exactly.
like, seething out.
I mean, it's one of those players. I mean, to be honest, outside of West Ham, outside the bubble, figuratively, and and being West Ham, I don't think people get as us why we love Declan Rice so much.
No, they don't.
Do you know what I mean? They say, "Oh, I don't think he's that great," but it is. I understand that because what he does is he does a lot of work which doesn't get picked up on the highlights reel. No. So you watch Match of the Day, he'll be there. He might do one of his runs or a good pass, but usually it's a tackle here, a block here, and he's always in the way. It's the same thing that I get with Grealish. I don't get Jack Grealish. I don't get him as a player. And I think it's because I don't watch him for 90 minutes. Do you know what I mean? I see a highlights reel, I see him dive, he's all right, but I don't see the big hoo-ha of him. And I think Declan is the same amongst people outside of West Ham, but
it is,
we've just scratched the surface with that man. There's so much more. As you said, he's evolving. He's trying to do the free kicks now, and he's taking penalties now, and there's an evolving there.
Yeah, he's trying to be that complete midfielder.
Yes,
that complete midfielder, like, that has everything to the game. Because I think with a midfielder, like, being with like Rice and Sucha, you gotta have everything.
Yeah,
you gotta have everything, and because they've worked so well, like they probably the best midfield partnership.
Yeah. I can't think of a better two.
Can you really debate it? Really, let's be honest. Like,
I don't think you can. Being fourth as well. I mean, there's only technically 4 teams who could have better midfielders than us in the league at the moment, and I don't think any of them do. I just think you look at the teams. It's like United, have they got a front two? Maybe Fernandez and McTominay, maybe, but obviously Declan would walk into that team.
You take that, but
but not McTominay.
McTominay,
Liverpool, they haven't got midfield because they keep changing it because they haven't got
their midfields in defence.
Yeah, exactly. City, wouldn't say City again. They change it all the time. Leicester, Tielemans and Ndidi, whose name is.
That's a good one though. To be honest, because I do rate there.
I like Tielemans. Yeah, I like him.
Ndidi and Tielemans, I do like them.
Yeah. Okay, fair. Well, but I think Rice and Suchet got a lot more. They score more. Suchet scores more goals.
But they've got a lot more than us.
None of them would have blood gushing from their heads, and their first thought is to stop a shot coming in, is to get up for a block.
Yeah.
None of them would have done that. So that's why we
and to have a smile on his face as well.
Yeah, smiling.
A sinister smile,
it was so sinister, wasn't it? Like he loved the taste of his own blood.
And then literally, he gets back up and he's like, right, my turn now.
Yeah. And then you still get the other side of him. So when obviously Soufal went down, he went right over and see if he was all right, and gave him a cuddle basically.
I'll tell you what, the memes for that was hilarious. Whoever put that music on,
that Titanic one was brilliant. One. Yeah, it was brilliant. No, I think he's great. Yeah, but we'll put Deckim. Right. Okay. So who is next then, my man?
I think going to be you may be surprised with this one. I'm gonna go Yossi Benayoun.
I'm not surprised at all. I love Yossi
I'm gonna
Benayoun.
go Yossi Benayoun.
Let me find
As a
him.
player, like the kid as they call him.
Yeah.
What a gem! What a gem of a player! What
was
a
brilliant.
gem of a player!
Yeah.
Like he's just the silkiness of like him, like ghosting around the pitch, always in the right positions. He's just a proper baller, top baller, man. Really, like I could underrated player as well.
Yes, really underrated.
Really underrated.
Because someone said that he was the first player to score a hat trick in the Champions League, the Premier
Champions
League,
the FA Cup,
FA Cup and League Cup or something like that.
FA
And it was
Cup,
like
yeah.
obviously not all at West Ham,
Yeah.
but yeah, really underrated. We've interviewed around that time. I think like people like Matty Etherington and stuff. They were like, he was brilliant. And I said to him, I said, but he was just like a bag of bones, wasn't he? He was like a really skinny little bloke.
They were mocking him like in a way because like he was
Yeah.
just like skin and bones, really.
He was.
Then, like,
apparently
he was so silky on the pitch.
He was, but apparently he loved the tackle. He loved the tackle in training. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, he's brilliant, and I just think he was one of those players that you look back on in highlight reels and you think, oh,
yeah, that Tottenham goal will always be in my memory, man.
Yeah, exactly, and I think
the footwork, man, is just
you're right. He was so silky,
he was so silky in the ball. Loved it, like
brilliant player.
Absolute
Right.
Brilliant player, yeah.
Okay, so we have one player spot left.
And this one is going to be the what if. What if we had him for longer?
Yeah.
Dean Ashton.
Jonathan Cleary. What? Oh, Dean Ashton, yeah.
I was going to say Sebastian Haller,
God, if you had Haller, God, Stell would come around with a baseball bat, wouldn't he? But yeah.
He's going to try and hunt you down, isn't it?
Yeah. Dean Ashton.
He is the what could have been.
Yeah.
At that time, I hated international football. I really did.
Do you know what? I still do. I still do because of him.
Yeah, just that injury, man. Just poor him, man. Poor him. Like, what a player. Like, from the Crew days, you knew, like, he had something about him. Like, it's just something different than a striker, man.
You're
like,
right.
He was. You know what he was like? He reminded me of. He was like Alan Shearer, but he was also like Dimitar Berbatov.
Yes, nice. You're right.
In terms of how like he was so like ruthless, like he was finishing, like just was like a hard player to deal with, like literally just strong. He was like an ox. But at the same time, it's like his touch on the ball, like it was just so like so
proper silky. He was another silky player, wasn't he? I'm the same with you, Vincent. I hate internationals.
Yeah,
literally, I don't watch England. I don't watch it now. You know, if I know Declan, I look at the team. If Declan's playing, I look at it at the end of the game and make sure if he was subbed off, he wasn't injured or whatever, and I'm happy. You know, I don't really watch it anymore now. But I mean, Dino, yeah, he was the player that Harry Kane wants to be.
Yeah.
Shots fired, but it's true. It's true. I think it's true. Yeah. I think Harry Kane is a great player, but Dean Ashton, he was miles better.
Yeah, it's a shame, man. It's really a shame. That tragedy. That injury, man. It just damn, man.
Exactly.
If we had Ashton, I want to say this. If we had Ashton and he didn't have an injury, he would have been a highest top scorer.
Yeah.
He would have been the highest top scorer ever.
Yeah. And I'll say it as well. If we had Dean Ashton, if he was fully fit, him and Craig Bellamy would have been our version of Cotti and McAvinny. We are firing some shots today, Cess. But it's true. I think it's true. It's one of those sliding doors moments, wasn't it? We had the view was we'd get Craig Bellamy and we'd get Dean Ashton up front. Brilliant.
Boom.
Perfect. You know, a bit like I always saw that with Andy Carroll and Chicharito. They would have been the perfect big man, little man, but they never clicked. No, never. And they always played everyone in the wrong position. But I mean, Ashton, I loved him. I mean, that's why I think he was better than Harry Kane, because I would never see Harry Kane doing a bicycle kick.
Oh yeah, the one against Man United. Yeah.
Exactly. All the one against Martin Noble's testimonial.
One
Still has it in
last,
his locker.
Yeah.
Still had it in his locker.
Still had it.
That's what I mean. It's like you wouldn't get that, and he had pace. He had enough pace to get past. wasn't lightning quick like Harry's not lightning quick, but he had skill. He was good in the air. He had a shot on him, and he had some bit of guile in his locker. And no, he was great. I loved him. No, he's a good man as well. There you go, bud. I put into 4-4-2. I know it's a 5 in midfield.
Yeah.
That man. I put Joe as 10s. So that's all right.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's nice, man. That's got something. That's got top 4 written all over it. Surely, man.
Yeah, that is.
That's good. In their pomp. Not in their pomp. But yeah, not Mark now, bless him, but Mark in sort of 2014-15 season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good, man. Cess, buddy, it's been lovely chatting to you, mate. It's been great. We had a really good time. Thank you so much. It's been really fun. And thank you to everyone else for watching or viewing or listening. Oh God, what is it on YouTube? That was it. YouTube on the YouTube. How old am I? Have you been on the YouTube? No, on YouTube or Spotify, wherever. Give it a like, give it a share. And for myself and for the main man, Cess, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Get your jabs. Come on, you irons, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Come on, you irons. That's it, Cess. Good man.